14-5 run for the fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Janitor's Closet, where we are continuing a great month of June. 14-5, Mr. Bryce Hunt to my left or right, depending on which side of things you are on, has us on. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Frey-Sam with you, and Bryce, as I mentioned, as always. We've got two plays for you folks for Wednesday, June 26th, and we are looking to keep this thing rolling. Bryce, as we continue on in phase two of this beautiful, beautiful model that we have continued to put into full effect in the 2024 season here. Bryce, let's not waste much time here, folks. Just a quick little reminder. It's gonna be a quick episode today, but if you would do us a favor, follow the pop-up right below and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you're tailing the fellas. And finally, follow us on X at TJC Bets, because if we're not posting here, I can almost guarantee you we're probably posting on X from time to time. We decided to come back on the channel today, even though we've only got two plays, but figured we'd show the people just a little bit of show our ugly mugs one more time here for you folks. Bryce, let's get to it here. Wednesday, June 26th, and we're going to be starting. Both these games are in the East. We're going to be starting in Tampa, Florida, where the Seattle Mariners are taking on those Rays as that series continues. What do we got over there?
Well, Josh, we got George Kirby and Ryan Pepio taking the mound here. Our first play here is going to be Tampa Bay and Seattle. No run first inning for 2 units. We're going to be hitting the Nerfy here. And Josh, you mentioned it. This month of June has been great to us. For the year, we're up 9.7 units, about to hit that 10 unit mark in profit. Things keep going up. And one of the reasons is because we've been trusting this model, and as it gets more information, more statistics, more analytics, it gets stronger and stronger. And when some statistics and recency bias or sort of things kind of get brought up, we're still pumping though with the plays that the model's taking, and that's what we're going to do here with this play. In the Nerfy community, like one thing that a lot of people love to point to is the record of the starting pitchers. How they do it in the first inning if they're giving up runs and stuff. And for example, in this game, George Kirby 13-3. We know George Kirby's a great pitcher, so we're not worried about that. But Ryan Pepio is 8-5 in the Nerfy, so it's usually going to be a stay away play for a lot of people, just seeing those 5 games where he wasn't able to. But you weren't able to see the teams that he was facing in those games. You weren't able to see how those runs were scored, if it was defense, if it was plays that could have been made that weren't. There's a lot of variables that go into it. So when we crunch this model and it spits out a 0-0 score, it's going to be using his FIP primarily. It's going to be using some other variables in his pitching arsenal. So we're getting a 0-0 first inning in this case, which is why we're going to be going with it. And I like Ryan Pepio personally. I think he's got some great stuff. His arsenal grades out as having some real wipeout stuff. His K percentage, his CSW percentage, swinging strike percentage are all in the top 30 for all pitchers in Major League Baseball. And he's going up against the Seattle Mariners offense that leads the league in strikeouts, right? So this could be a great matchup for him. You kind of have to play the spot, not play, the historical data of what's going on, and kind of treat each matchup as it's new. And then on the flip side of that, we have George Kirby going for Seattle. He's a bona fide ace. We feel we can trust him in any situation, especially in this one against a Rays offense that hasn't done a ton of damage so far this season. So with all that being said, we're trusting Ryan Pepio. We're trusting George Kirby for 2 units to get the no-run first inning. Nerfy leading us off here for play 1.
Love to see it. Easy 6 outs. Let's go get after it to start our slate, and let's finish it in Baltimore, where the Orioles are hosting the Cleveland Guardians. What do we got out there?
We have Grayson Rodriguez going up against Carlos Carrasco in this one, and we're going to be taking the Baltimore Orioles first 5 innings -0.5 against Cleveland for 2 units. We are fresh off a dub on X. If you were tailing on that play, we took the first 5 innings over for Cleveland Baltimore, game 1 of that series there, and it's a slugfest. Um, and these are two offenses that have been great so far. I've loved watching Cleveland, and guys like Stephen Kwan, guys like Josh Naylor, just having incredible seasons for them. One area that they still need to solidify if they're going to want to win that division and really make some noise in the playoffs is the back end of that rotation. Cookie Carrasco just grades out as one of the worst starting pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. Right, there's really not a lot there. He can survive. He can get you through maybe 6 innings against poor offenses, but he's going to get hit around by good offenses. And I'll tell you what, Josh, he hasn't seen anything to the degree of what he's going to see in Charm City on Wednesday night. Grayson Rodriguez on the flip side of that just gave up 7 earned runs in Houston. Those games happen. Grayson's still young, still very capable in being an ace in Baltimore for many years to come. Before that, he was on a great streak of quality starts. I trust his stuff even against a good Cleveland offense. But if we do get into a slugfest, I know I would much rather like Baltimore's offense against Carrasco than I would, Cleveland's against Grayson Rodriguez. The model has Baltimore to win by 2 in this situation. I think it could be even more. Baltimore's offense really just has they're like it's like every team's ace is going into Baltimore now and just getting crushed. They're ruining guys' ERAs, guys that we were looking at as rookies of the year, Cy Young guys. They're running through the gauntlet, and I think if they're on against Cookie Carrasco or if he just doesn't have his stuff, it might be a short night for him. So we're going to be taking the Baltimore Orioles first 5 innings minus a half here for 2 units. It's at a really good number right now. At the time we're recording this. So hopefully it doesn't go down too much Wednesday morning and afternoon. Jump on that early. And that's going to be our second and final play of 4 units on the board for Wednesday here.
All right, couple of strong plays for the fellas on Wednesday, June 26th. Folks, just to recap, Baltimore first 5, 0.5, minus 0.5, pardon me, for 2 units. And then also for two units, Seattle Mariners and Tampa Bay Rays, no runs in the first inning. Looking forward to this slate. As always, folks, a 14-5 run. Let's make that 16-5, and let's make sure that the next time we are coming to you, folks, we got sunglasses and we are bringing the brooms out. Folks, we'll see you on the other side. Bryce, let's have a day.
Let's do it, bud.
All right, folks. See you guys next time. Take care.